Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving deep into something that could completely transform how you experience life. We're talking about Stoicism, not the boring philosophy you might remember from school, but practical wisdom that can make you unshakable in the face of any challenge. What if I told you that right now, at this very moment, you have everything you need to live with complete confidence and inner peace? What if the secret isn't about changing your circumstances, but about changing how you respond to them? The ancient Stoics discovered something powerful. Life isn't about what happens to you. It's about how you choose to handle what happens to you. And today, I'm going to share 10 transformative principles that can help you build that unshakable mindset starting right now. Number 1, own your life completely. Here's the hard truth. Until you stop blaming other people, circumstances, or bad luck for where you are, you'll never be truly free. The moment you take complete ownership of your life is the moment you get your power back. Think about it. When you blame your boss for your unhappiness, you're essentially saying your boss controls your emotions. When you blame your past for your current problems, you're giving your past power over your present. But what if you didn't? Marcus Aurelius, literally the most powerful person in his time, faced wars, betrayals, and even a deadly plague. Yet he never saw himself as a victim. He understood that while he couldn't control what happened around him, he had complete control over his response. This doesn't mean life will suddenly become easy. It means you stop waiting for life to be fair and start asking the most important question. What can I do about this situation right now? And you own everything, even the things that aren't technically your fault. You become unstoppable. You stop being a passive observer in your own life and become the person making the decisions. Number 2, master your reactions. Here's something most people don't realize. You don't have to react to everything that happens to you. Your emotional responses aren't automatic. They're choices, even if they feel automatic. Imagine 2 people stuck in the same traffic jam. One person is furious, honking, cursing, letting their entire day be ruined. The other person is calm, maybe listening to music or using the time to think. Same situation, completely different experiences. The difference? Choice. Every time someone's bad mood ruins your day, every time a small inconvenience throws you into frustration, you are giving away your power. But what if you could stay calm and centered, no matter what chaos was happening around you? This isn't about suppressing your emotions or pretending things don't affect you. It's about mastery. When something upsets you, pause and ask yourself, is this worth my peace of mind? Will this matter in a year? Am I reacting out of habit? Or am I choosing my response? The strongest people aren't those who never face problems. They're the ones who don't let problems control them. Number 3, focus only on what truly matters. Your attention is your most valuable resource, but most people scatter it everywhere. They worry about things they can't control, chase meaningless distractions, and wonder why they feel overwhelmed and unproductive. The modern world is designed to steal your focus. Social media algorithms, endless news cycles, constant notifications, it's all noise. And the more you let yourself be pulled in every direction, the less energy you have for the things that actually matter. But here's the thing. Successful people don't do more things. They do fewer things with complete focus. They cut away the noise so they can give their full attention to what truly moves their life forward. Start asking yourself, does this deserve my energy? Will this matter in the long run? Is this moving me toward my goals or away from them? Most of the time, the answer is no, and that's okay. It means you can let it go. Your life is too short to waste on things that don't matter. Focus on what does. Number 4, embrace discomfort as your teacher. Here's an uncomfortable truth. Growth only happens when you're uncomfortable. Every meaningful achievement in your life came from pushing through discomfort, not avoiding it. Yet most people spend their entire lives running from anything that feels hard or uncertain. They choose comfort over growth, safety over possibility. But comfort is where dreams go to die. The Stoics understood that hardship isn't your enemy, it's your teacher. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. The question isn't, how can I avoid this difficulty? But, how can this difficulty make me better? Think about the strongest people you know. Did they become strong by avoiding challenges? Or did they become strong by facing challenges head on? Start seeking out things that challenge you. If something scares you, that's probably a sign you should do it. If a situation feels tough, step into it instead of backing away. The more you embrace discomfort, the less control it has over you. What once felt impossible becomes normal. What once made you anxious becomes easy. You stop seeing struggle as something to avoid and start welcoming it as fuel for your growth. Number 5, live with unshakable integrity. Your integrity is the one thing no one can take from you. Your money can be lost. Your reputation can be attacked. Your possessions can be stolen, but your character is always yours to protect. Integrity isn't just about being honest or keeping promises. It's about living in alignment with your deepest values, even when no one is watching, even when it's difficult, even when it costs you something. Every day you face choices. You're doing the right thing might be harder or more inconvenient. It's tempting to take shortcuts, to compromise your values for temporary gain, to say what others want to hear instead of what you believe. But every compromise chips away at your character. The question is, do you really know what you stand for? Many people go through life following what society tells them is important, without ever asking, what do I actually believe? What's truly important to me? Once you're clear on your values, your choices become simpler. Not easier, but clearer. You don't have to think twice about whether to compromise your principles, because you've already decided the kind of person you will be. Number 6, release the past. How much of your life is spent living in a time that no longer exists? How much energy do you waste replaying regrets, holding on to resentment, or wishing things had been different? The past is a closed book. No matter how much you analyze it, regret it, or wish you could rewrite it, it remains exactly the same. What can change is your relationship with it. Think about this. If you could no longer remember the worst thing that happened to you, would it still affect you today? The pain isn't in the event itself. It's in how you keep it alive in your mind. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting or pretending something didn't happen. It means accepting it completely, without resistance, so it no longer controls you. The more time you spend looking back, the less time you have to move forward. Your past has already served its purpose. It brought you to where you are now. But your future is waiting for you to show up fully in the present moment. Number 7, practice radical gratitude. What if, instead of focusing on what's missing from your life, you focused on what's already there? What if, instead of waking up thinking about your problems, you started each day recognizing the incredible abundance around you? Gratitude isn't just a nice feeling, it's a discipline that transforms how you see the world. It shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance, from lack to plenty, from what's wrong to what's right. Most people live in a constant state of wanting more. More money, more success, more recognition. But here's the secret. Nothing external has to change for you to feel rich. Only your perspective does. Start simple. Every day, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They can be small: a good meal, a kind conversation, the feeling of sunlight on your face. The more you practice this, the more your mind begins to focus on what's right instead of what's wrong. And here's the powerful part. Be grateful even for your struggles. Every challenge you faced has made you stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Every obstacle has taught you something valuable. Even your pain has served a purpose. Number 8, simplify everything. The world constantly tells you that more is better. More possessions, more activities, more options. But what if the opposite was true? What if having less, fewer distractions, fewer unnecessary desires, fewer complications was actually the key to freedom? Think about it. How much of your stress comes from chasing things you don't actually need? How much of your time is spent managing stuff that doesn't bring you joy? How many of your desires were planted by society rather than coming from your own heart? Simplicity is power. It's about focusing on what's essential and letting go of everything else. It's about having space to breathe, to think, to be present in your own life. This applies to your physical possessions, but it goes deeper. Simplify your schedule by saying no to things that don't align with your priorities. Simplify your mind by letting go of worries about things you can't control. Simplify your relationships by focusing on the people who truly matter. The less you chase, the more you realize that peace comes not from adding to your life, but from subtracting from it. Number 9. Face your fears with logic. Fear is one of the most powerful forces in human life. But here's what the Stoics understood. Most fear isn't about reality. It's about perception. Most of the things you fear aren't actually happening. They exist only in your imagination. How many times have you stressed about something that never actually occurred? How many opportunities have you missed because your mind convinced you it was too risky? Instead of letting fear control your decisions, confront it with logic. When something scares you, ask yourself, is this fear based on fact or imagination? What's the worst that could realistically happen? And if the worst did happen, could I handle it? Most of the time, you'll discover that your fears are much bigger in your mind than they would be in reality. Even worst-case scenarios are usually things you could survive, adapt to, or even grow from. The moment you expose fear to the light of reason, it starts to lose its power over you. And once you start facing your fears, you realize you're capable of far more than you ever imagined. Number 10. Remember, life is short. We live as if time is infinite. We put off important conversations, delay our dreams, and assume tomorrow will always be there. But the Stoics lived with a different awareness. Time is running out. This isn't meant to be depressing. It's meant to be liberating. When you truly accept that life is short, you stop wasting it. You stop procrastinating on what matters. You stop holding grudges because you realize how little time you actually have. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself that he could die at any moment. Not because he was obsessed with death, but because this awareness made him more present, more focused, more alive. If today were your last day, would you be proud of how you lived? Are you spending time on things that truly matter, or just filling the hours? Are you waiting for the right moment to pursue your dreams, or are you acting now? The awareness of death doesn't make life meaningless. It makes it urgent and precious. Use this awareness as motivation to live fully, love deeply, and leave nothing undone. Your choice, your life. Every moment of your life is a choice. You can choose to react or respond. You can choose to focus on problems or solutions. You can choose to live in the past or embrace the present. You can choose to be a victim of circumstances or the architect of your destiny. The Stoics didn't believe in waiting for life to get easier. They believed in making themselves stronger. They understood that happiness doesn't come from external circumstances. It comes from internal wisdom and strength. These 10 principles aren't just ideas to think about. They're tools to use. They're decisions you can make today, right now, that will begin transforming your life immediately. The question is, will you choose to live deliberately, or will you just go through the motions? Will you take control of your responses, or will you let life happen to you? Will you build the unshakable mindset that allows you to thrive no matter what comes your way? The choice is yours. It's always been yours, and it starts right now. If this video helped you see something differently about your life, I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Share which principle resonated most with you, or tell me about a time when you applied Stoic wisdom to a challenging situation. And if you found value in this content, please hit that like button and subscribe for more videos on building mental strength and living with purpose. Remember, every day is a new opportunity to choose who you want to be. Make it count.